Hey folks, welcome back to Boost Your Income with Bootstrap to WordPress. This lecture is called Setting Up Your Project Environment, and in this video, we're going to be setting up our project environment. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our project environment. So there's a few things we're going to need to do to start coding our static Bootstrap website. By this point, you should have already downloaded the course files. In the previous lecture, I gave you a link that you could download the course files. So basically, here we're going to create our from scratch project. So I've went ahead and created a blank folder here on my desktop called B2W. You can call it whatever, but I just called it B2W for Bootstrap to WordPress. I'm going to open that up and you'll see here that it is empty. There's nothing in the folder. Right here in my other tab, I have within my course files, in the final static website folder, I have B2W static. Right here, I'm just going to use this as a little guideline to make sure I have my project environment set up correctly. So you can do the same, or you could just follow along with me and you should be good to go for this step. So we need to go ahead and create an assets folder in our blank project, because right here in the static one, we have an assets folder. So go ahead and create an assets folder, and in our course files, open up the download Bootstrap folder here and unzip the Bootstrap zip folder here. That is the 3.2.0 version of Bootstrap. So inside this folder, we have a CSS fonts and CSS fonts and JS folders. Go ahead and take those and just drag them right into your assets folder for your blank project. I'm going to do that right here. I'm just going to delete that because I don't need that right there. Keep the zip file all good. Here we go. So inside my B2W folder, I have an assets folder and the Bootstrap files, so the CSS, fonts, and JS. Now I want to do a few things here and just clean this up because I don't really need all of these files here. You can keep them if you'd like, but I'm just going to get rid of some of these. So I don't need the theme.css because, as you can see, they've also included a theme.min.css. Min means it's minified, so as you can see here, I'll give you a preview. It looks like a bunch of gibberish, a big mess. It's all the CSS with all the white space, all the returns and everything taken right out. Here's the theme version. Everything's all readable, but we don't need it to be readable because we're going to be making our own CSS, and we're not going to be modifying this CSS at all. So get rid of the theme.css and the map files there. Same with this, I don't need the CSS map or bootstrap.css because we have a minified version. So here we go, nice clean CSS folder, theme.min.css and min.css. That's what we need here. Let's just go over here to our final static website, make sure we're doing all right. Okay, so good, we've got those two folders in there, custom.css and font awesome. We won't be touching on until a couple lectures from now. So we're good for CSS folder, fonts folder. We should be good here. Everything's all good. Image folder, take the image folder and just copy it into your assets folder because we're going to need those images. So I should now have the images folder with all of the assets I will need. And then JS, have a little look. Okay, it looks like we're good. We have Bootstrap and min.js, jQuery and main.js. We will be adding in a future lecture, so don't worry about that. So it looks like we have our assets folder, and then in here we have our Bootstrap files that we downloaded for Bootstrap 3.2.0. We've got CSS, deleted a couple of files that we don't need. Fonts are good, we didn't touch that. We added an images folder to the assets folder here, and JS, we're good to go. So basically that's it. We've set up our project environment. Hang on tight because in the next lecture, we're actually going to create our index file and start coding. My favorite part. See you there.